Welcome back to my channel. I am Cherie Lynette. If you're new here, hello. Today I am going to be showing you a tour of our homeschool room. I just redecorated it and it came out exactly how I had it in my head. Don't you just love when that happens? We have had a homeschool room ever since we started homeschooling. The kids had a playroom that I kind of turned into our playroom slash homeschool room. We were moving into another house and we started looking for a bigger house. I knew I wanted a bigger dedicated space. And so we found this house which had this loft area, and I knew that this was going to be our dedicated homeschool space. Now, my style of how I do this room has evolved over the years, just like my homeschooling has evolved over the years, where I'm not so much trying to have it like teacher set up anymore and more like a cozy place for us to just hang out and do our lessons together. So in the beginning, I had like my teacher desk and they had their desks, and then we had like our group desk area. And it was a beautiful room. I loved it. I loved the setup of it. But as you know, time goes on and you start looking at like, how do you want to spend your days? There was a lot of days I really just didn't want to be in the classroom because it felt like a classroom compared to us just like sitting downstairs and like doing school on the couch or sitting at the kitchen table and just working there together. So now that the kids are bigger and they were ready to upgrade our furniture, then I decided to make this more of like a hangout vibe. So this section here, which I'll just call the entertainment area, this is where I store all of our activities, our games, just resources we use. I have a ton of storage over here for paper, pencils, markers, all of that good stuff. And then of course we have our TV that I use throughout our lessons in a ton of different ways. It's actually kind of empty right now because I cleaned everything out and I pulled out everything from like when we first started homeschooling. So we have a lot of spaces that I can fill up more. And so I got the shelves and everything from IKEA. The paper clips, I get asked about these a lot. I actually got those from Hobby Lobby years ago. These are just pencil cases and they still, I don't know if they have them anymore, but they were selling these at Target again this year. They even had some crayon ones this year. During the summer, we primarily work at our dining room table downstairs and we don't ever come in the classroom. And that's one thing that I realized this summer was like, I really like that time when we're all sitting at one table together, and a lot of times they're busy with their work, so I can work too. And then if they have any questions or anything, I'm just right there. So I wanted us to have a bigger table, like similar, where we could all sit together and just do their schoolwork. And the table they had before, it was just so small, I would never sit at it. Like, I'm too old for that. But with this table, it gives me the dining room table feel. It's a good size, it's easy to clean, and it was a good price. I got this table from Amazon and I got the chairs from IKEA. And finding a rug for this area, it was a little challenging because I wanted it to have like the same vibrant red as I have in the other areas of the classroom. But this one came out perfectly. It's still a little bit thicker than I wanted, so it does bunch up sometimes, but all I have to do is just make sure I smooth it out at the end of the day. And then over here is our science area. I'm debating if I'm going to change this out like with different themes every month, depending on what our theme is. But for now, they just know this is the science area because every month we work on a project together. This month they're doing their robotics project. So they have their robotic arms here, and I needed a place where we weren't leaving clutter on the table where we do our schoolwork, where they could still set their stuff up. So I still kept their desks here, and then they still keep their binders and their own personal supplies in here. This backdrop here from Amazon, and the desks I got from IKEA. This tree I ordered years ago when we bought this house, and I ordered it from, I want to say AliExpress. This thing came in 50 million pieces and it took me forever to put it together, and the adhesive on this thing, like, I'm so nervous when it's time for me to take this thing off, but it's just such a statement piece. And this spot right here, our library reading area, this is my absolute favorite part of our classroom. The kids can either work over here on this little futon if they don't want to work at the table, but it's just cozy. I turned their old school table into our coffee table. And it's just like the little accents and details for me that makes like a space feel like cozy and welcoming. It's the rugs that you pick, it's the decorations that you put up. So all these little touches. We read a book together every single month. And when I saw this book tracker wall, I just knew that we had to have it. I did order the backdrop and the border from Schoolgirl Style, and I got the actual books and the set from Oriental Trading. And then this lamp over here, I just love unique and different looking things. When I saw this, I knew it was going to be a great statement piece. And I loved how I knew the orange would pop against this black composition notebook. This paper, you can find it on Amazon, but it comes from Schoolgirl Style as well. If you want the composition book cut out, that's only on Schoolgirl Style. They have a ton of amazing decorations to make classrooms cozier and to have more of like an aesthetic look. And so if you're decorating your homeschool room or even your classroom and you haven't checked out their website, you definitely want to run. They have some amazing things on there. Overall, I am just obsessed with how this whole room came out. We have been doing school for 2 weeks now, and it's just been like, I love coming up here. I love just being up here with the kids and reading and doing our work. It just feels like such a different vibe. It's so much cozier. If you want to see how I put this room together or how I did anything, you can check out my YouTube shorts or follow me on TikTok. All my videos are posted there under Homeschool Setup. And then I have everything linked in my bio if there's anything that you're looking for. Thank y'all so much for joining me on my homeschool room tour. I hope you enjoyed the tour as much as I've enjoyed putting this room together. Let me know in the comments what other videos you guys want to see. Until then, I will see you guys next time.